segment for Pappy's Corner coming up. Yeah! I'm going to show you
another segment from Pappy's Corner. Today I have a fun project. I'm going to make up some first aid kits. And this is something you can do with the family if you want. Let everybody have fun, or just do it yourself. And here I have a couple of bags of stuff, and we're going to go through it. But first I got to get rid of these cigar boxes. These are for another segment that I'm working on. Now, what got me thinking about these first aid kits was when my son had an old pickup given to him from a close friend that moved way down south. And in the old pickup, when we were cleaning it out, found this first aid kit, right? And I was looking at it, and I said, gee whiz, the gauze pads in here, they expired 2017. You know, that was 4 years ago. So that was when I realized that the other stuff on here had expired. So I went and got the one out of my SUV, and I looked at it, and the stuff in here expired in 2007 and 2008. So even 10 years earlier, right? So I said, hey, it's time to make some new first aid kits. I'll just set these aside, the old ones, and then basically get everything pulled out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and speed things up here. I don't want you to get bored, so kind of like watching paint dry, you know. But yeah, I'm getting everything pulled out and laid out here onto the table and putting them in groups of 3. And this is one of the funner parts of the first aid kit building, getting everything organized and in their own little piles out here. Kind of take a little bit of inventory to see what all we got here. Now that I have everything laid out here, I thought I would go over some of the pricing on some of this stuff, you know, just how cheap it really was. Starting out, I got these 3 containers, all for a grand total of $3.36. And the triple antibiotic cream was 88 cents a piece, 3 of those. The Vaseline lip therapy, that was $1.12 a piece. And this hydrocortisone cream for fast itch and rash relief, these were 88 cents a piece. So I didn't spend a whole lot of money. Like I said, a little over $30. I threw in some face masks that I happen to have already, so that wasn't part of the cost. But I'm going to split open some of these Band-Aids, and like these alcohol prep pads, I've got 100 of them, and they were $1.42 for 100. So some of these Band-Aids and prep pads and that I may put into a small Ziploc baggie. We'll wait and see here. I had some of these pocket knives I had picked up for another segment, but I don't know if it's going to work for that segment or not. So I thought, well, hey, I can throw them in the first aid kit if they'll fit. Well, see how everything gets together and goes into here. And if I have room, I'll throw a pocket knife in there as kind of a nice little tool to have with the first aid kit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and speed things up here again. And what I'm doing is putting the product into the containers. I'm taking the product out of the boxes. They're still sealed up, but it took a lot less space to have just the product in there than trying to get the whole box into the containers. So I needed as much space as I could get. And you'll see here, I'm getting everything taken out of the package and putting just the product in. Also, I wanted to get everything positioned the same for all 3 containers and be able to see what was inside. So that's what I'm doing here, repositioning. Yeah, I was able to put the Band-Aids into a little Ziploc baggie to help keep them more sanitary. A very nice selection of Band-Aids here. You know, I've got some good quality finger Band-Aids, some big Band-Aids, some little Band-Aids, and I just divided them up amongst the 3 kits I have here. And if I had 1 or 2 left, why, I just threw them over there for the home first aid kit to help replenish the home kit. Now, these aren't going to fit, these pocket knives that I had, so obviously I'll show you what I've done here. I tried to position everything so that we can see what's in here. And some very nice items for a first aid kit. And if I kind of push down on that, oh, and I did put in the alcohol prep pads. I put I think 20 in each one. Okay, and these are face masks, individually wrapped. Put 2 in each one. Here. And here again, I want to make sure I can push that down and not squeeze anything too tight. There we go. 2 in each one. Here's the lids. I kind of like the way the front there says, "Stay safe." I'm not a packaging engineer, but by golly, I had fun trying to figure out the best way to fit everything. I kind of had that in mind when I was buying these components to put in here so that they would all fit. There we go. I have 3 first aid kits for a little over $30. Well, I think that these custom-made first aid kits are better than anything you could purchase in the store for comparable dollars, about 10 bucks a piece. See what you can get for $10 a piece next time you're at the store in these first aid kits. Anyway, hey, thanks for coming to the corner, and remember, do something nice for someone today. Love ya.